Hello YouTube, Coating Free here again with another trying to fix. I'm going to go fixing something that I bought off eBay, faulty. This one's actually quite special because it's actually taking two passions of mine. One, fixing rubbish that don't work. Another one is trying to fix rubbish that don't work on what have you. And the other one is running. Some of you might know about a year and a half ago I took up running, and yeah, this is going to come in quite handy. Probably by the description you should already probably know what it is, but let's open it up and have a look. So, Garmin 235. Bought this off eBay for 15 quid plus £5 postage packaging. Seller says it's been water damage, so you know, might be a possibility we can't get this to work, but for 15 quid or 20 quid it's worth a punt. I think I think these retail at about, I don't know, 100 odd quid, something like that. I can tell straight off the bat that it's got a crack on it, so it's going to need a new screen. Looks like it's, don't know if the camera can pick that up there. That to me looks like not water damage but more heat damage to me. That someone's had a go trying to get this off already maybe. So well, let's power it on. Thanks to a mate of mine, Anthony, gave me a power supply. Oh, power lead should I say, so we'll see if it's drawing any voltage. So nothing on the display. So I've got voltage and amps drawn, and in a minute nothing. Nada zip. Just trying it direct into plug, nothing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that for a bit, because sometimes the batteries, lithium batteries, they need a bit of trickle charge for them to start to charge. So I'll leave that for 10-15 minutes, and we'll see if it makes any difference. If not, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so it's been on charge now for about 15-20 minutes and it's not doing anything, so not looking good. So what I'm gonna have to do is just try these buttons, if that does anything. No, nothing. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is not doing anything. So we need to get inside of it. So what I'm going to do now is heat up the face. I'm going to take these straps off so they don't get melted. Heat the face up and get to the PCB behind the screen. So, camera's not going to pick this up too well, but the connector for the screen, the actual connector, has come off and it's still on the board, just there. So, I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up too well, but yeah, the connector for the LCD screen, sorry, it's still there. So that's not good straight off the bat. This corrosion's just mental. It's like it's been just submerged in water. That's the heart rate sensor cable. That's come off not too bad. So. Yeah, I think it's pretty fair to say that this is knicker-knacker-nude. Way too much water damage in this. So I don't know if you get how well that's coming through on there, but the amount of damage that's zoom out a little bit. So yeah, the amount of rust that's on this. I don't know if you can see my big fat fingers in the way. But yeah, just rust all over it. A lot of switches. These are all filter caps. That's the connector for the screen. Yeah. That's the connector for the screen in there, sorry. Probably see that a bit better this time. So that's the connector for the screen. That's the connector for the heart rate monitor. And just rust everywhere. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it all up and then see what happens. You never know. But yeah, I think it's pretty easy to say it's done. But I'll clean it all up with some IPA and give it a really good clean, and we'll see what happens. So I've managed to get it up really clean. So well, that's going to come up on there, but all that was all corroded in there, and now it's looking pretty good. As for the board, again, it's come up really nice, to be fair. Got rid of all the corrosion that's on it, and I'm pretty sure that this is working, but what to extent I'm never going to know, because there's a couple of issues with it. Now, what damages electronics with water is a process called electrolysis. Now, this is when you got three things working against each other. So you've got the water, you've got electricity, and you've got the metals inside on the PCB, basically, or any of the components. So what will happen is that when you pass electricity through a metal with water, you get a chemical reaction called electrolysis, and it's that eats away at the traces. At first, you dunk it in water, it'll probably carry on working for a bit, and it will carry on charging, and it'll be happy as Larry for maybe a few hours, a few days, but then basically the electrolysis is eating away at the components, at the copper, in particular the copper. It loves to eat through the copper, and that's when you get issues, and that's exactly what's happened here. Someone's probably put it on charge, left it on charge, and it's just increased the chemical reaction of electrolysis. And so the issue that I've got is that it's eaten through the traces on the buttons. So at the minute, out of the 5 buttons I think this has got, I've only got 3, so I've lost 2. One here and the other one over here. So one here, one there, that's gone. So again, there's not a lot I can do about that. I can't get replacements. I'd have to buy another faulty Garmin. But the main issue is the connector. So I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up too well, but basically you've got the heart sensor on your wrist, that one's fine, and the screen one is completely gone. Cleaned it all up, and I went to remove the ribbon cable, the connector from the screen that was stuck in there, and as I lifted it off, the whole lot came off. Because you won't be able to see this on the camera, but all the pads that hold the connector in place have all just been eaten through. It does work, so when I connect this up, it vibrates. I don't know if it does anything when it's connected to a PC or anything, but definitely when I connect it up now, I get a reading on the multimeter gauge that it's drawing current, and the motor, the vibrating motor, spins to let you know that, I'd imagine, to let you know that it's on charge. But as far as this one goes, I think it's dead. So yeah, I'll just what I'll do is I'll put it back together and then put it on charge, and I'll show you so you can see what it is that it's doing. So now it's all back together. So before it wasn't doing anything, and wasn't getting any readings on the